Welcome back, Legendary Potato here, and today I'm going to go over some features that are super duper rare in Minecraft, but nobody actually cares about them. That's right, these are features that are really rare, but nobody's actually going to care if they were there or not. So I'm going to go over these features. Hope you guys will enjoy it, of course. If you do, make sure you do leave a like, all that sort of good stuff. But let's get right into this video here, and so there's tons of stuff going on. So let's just get started with this one. So this is the desert well. So you're familiar with this structure. It's extremely rare. You find it in desert biomes. It's like in 1 in 1,000 chunks that you'll be able to find this thing. And what does it do? Why is this thing so rare? It gives you water in the desert. Pretty crazy, right? Wow, you get water in the desert with a well, even though there's already water pockets in the desert that give you water anyway. There's no reason you want this well at all. It's just kind of like a wow, this is a rare occurrence in my Minecraft world. I got a desert well. That's about it. That's all this thing does. There's no other purpose to it other than it just exists to be rare. I think that's a little bit strange, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't think anybody would notice if this thing was removed and nobody was told, because it's just honestly one of those things that nobody really cared about anyways to begin with. So let's move on here to the next one, which is a recent feature that came from Pocket Edition. So this was originally a Pocket Edition, and this is a fallen tree, okay? A fallen tree. So it's a cool thing to see when you first start up your world, like, oh, okay, I guess some trees have fallen. But you actually have a small chance as well, is when you plant a sapling, you can also get one of these trees to spawn, which is just kind of annoying. You can just bump into one of these, like you're trying to tree farm, and this thing just kind of messes with your tree farm. Like, what is this? Why does this exist? It's so dumb. I don't even know, but it came from Pocket Edition. It was a great idea and concept, but like, it's kind of annoying when it happens. I don't know. Personally, that's just me. But yeah, it's got really no purpose to it. It doesn't even give you leaves for saplings. So this thing can totally rob you of your sapling. If you only have one sapling for whatever reason, it's gone. No way getting it back. RIP. So let's move on to the next one here. I think that's a little bit silly. I got a little aggressive about that one. So we'll go to the pink sheep over here. So if we go to the pink sheep, these things are really rare to find. I don't know what the chances are of finding one of these things, but they're really rare. They're kind of cool. It's like, wow, you found a pink sheep. But honestly, how often do you need pink wool? And you only find them so often, so you only get one pink sheep. You can go shear it. I don't know. I mean, you can get some wool out of it. I guess that's kind of okay. But even then, like, these things are so rare. Why do they exist? Does anybody care? Probably not, but there you go. That's the pink sheep. You've probably seen these things a few times before. The more you've played this game, the more you've probably seen them. They're very rare. You can be like, wow, I found a pink sheep, and that's about it. So obviously, sheep come in white wool. They also come in light gray, black, brown, and then there's a rare occurrence of pink. So those are all the colors of a sheep, of course, but that's something you can keep in mind, is that you can find a pink sheep. It's extremely rare. You probably won't even care if you do find it. But let's move on to the next one here, which is going to be about these two guys. These are two common nether mobs you'll see. We got the wither skeleton, and we got the zombie pigman here. They're cool guys. They're pretty chill. They give you good loot. This guy gives you some gold and stuff, some rotten flesh. This guy gives you, of course, the wither skull, which you're going to want for the wither. But their drops also include swords. You got a stone sword and a golden sword. These both are terrible weapons. So the chances of getting these items are not too rare. You can get them pretty frequently if you're killing some stuff. I mean, obviously I have mob loot off, so even then we won't get it. But you'll get these pretty frequently. You'll get swords from these two guys. So let's see if you get it there. Now it takes a few tries, but chances are at some point you'll get some sort of stone sword or some sort of golden sword from one of these guys. So personally, like, they're kind of cool. But the thing is about these swords is that they're really weak, and you're probably never even going to want either of these things. Like a stone sword, it really just costs you cobblestone. There's the golden sword there. It just costs you cobblestone to get one of these swords, and it costs you like 2 things of gold, and the durability on a golden sword is terrible. Why would you even want one anyway? The answer is you wouldn't want one. So yeah, golden sword and stone sword drops from these two guys. It clogs up your inventory, so it could be full of things that don't stack up. So let's say you killed enough zombie pigmen, you get a bunch of swords, and it's like, oh, I gotta throw all these swords. Kind of a little annoying, right? I don't know. They're useless. Have you ever used a golden sword? If so, why? They're as good as a wooden sword. That's like early game status right there. You should be ashamed of yourself if you did. But let's move on to the next one, which is going to be about the Endermite. So Endermite are a pretty rare mob. In fact, you probably forgot they existed if you haven't seen them in a long time. They're really rare. They're like a purple silverfish. And the way they spawn is by one reason only, is using an ender pearl. So if you use an ender pearl, you have a rare chance of getting an endermite to spawn. So if I use this enough times, then you'll see is that we'll get an endermite to spawn around us. At least it should. Maybe I have to be in survival, I don't even know. But it usually happens occasionally, and you kind of forget about it until it happens. And it's just kind of a small annoyance. It's like, oh, okay, so yep, just use an ender pearl, endermite spawns. And so one of these guys, they're pretty nasty, they're pretty hard to find, they're small, and I don't know, like they're kind of weird, and I have a bunch of them here. But yeah, so you get them from teleporting from your ender pearl. That's a rare thing you have to keep watching out for. So endermites, weird mob. You probably don't care when they spawn. They're just kind of a small annoyance. So let's move on, I believe, to the last one here, or I guess second last. I can do a last one as well. So we'll go on to this. It's a boat. Boats are pretty cool. I must say, boats are really neat, especially with the new boat physics. I really like boats. They're cool. But the thing is about boats is that they're also not really commonly used. At least I don't see myself using them very often. And one of the small annoyances about boats now is that you have to craft a boat using the following. You need 5 oak planks, like you always have, but you also need a wooden shovel. So it's pretty annoying when you have to go out of your way to make a wooden shovel just so you can make a boat like this. As you can see, it doesn't make a boat, makes a boat. Kind of weird. I don't know. It makes sense because like it looks like a shovel in the crafting thing, but like you have to go out of your way. You can make some sticks, then you're gonna make the shovel, take the shovel, put the shovel back in the crafting, and it's just kind of annoying. So yeah, that's the thing about the boat. It's kind of a cool thing, but now it's kind of annoying to craft. So actually I have 2 more, I guess. I forgot about this one over here. So let's go over to this one, which is going to be about potatoes. Whoa, because my name's Potatoes. Is that crazy? But yeah, so potatoes are pretty cool. Use them farming. They're a pretty cool farming thing. But the thing is about potatoes is that you have a rare chance of getting a poisonous potato. So if I go and I use my bone meal like this, so we'll just kind of grow some of these. Let's see if we get one or not. See how... Oh, never mind. Okay, it doesn't matter. But you get a chance of getting a poisonous potato. And they serve no purpose other than to poison you. I mean, I guess they didn't poison me there, but they poison you sometimes. I don't know why. Maybe I'm like, I don't even know. But they sometimes poison you. It's a rare chance. And just getting one of these things, can cause you to become poisoned. They're rare, they're annoying, and they clog up your inventory like a lot of other things do. So when you're potato farming, that's something you have to look out for, which is just kind of stupid if you ask me. Like, yeah, you can get a poisonous potato and you can eat it and you can get poisoned. Isn't that fun? There you go, just like a cave spider hit you. I think that's really nice. So, I don't know. That's the thing you gotta look out for. I mean, maybe if you're really desperate, then you can eat one of these things. So, let's move on to the last one here, which is going to be about trees. Again, trees. You see these big guys? Imagine when one of these things spawns in your world and you're just trying to tree farm. They're really annoying to chop down because if you don't go all the way up inside these things, then you're going to just have this floating ugly tree here. So they spawn kind of frequently. They're not too rare, but the thing is about them is that when you have one of these spawn and you're standing like down here, like you really can't go too far with this. Like you can go up to here, maybe up to there, but you do have to climb up inside the tree, get the rest of the wood, and then just kind of break it as you go along. And it's just such a painful, annoying process. I hate it every single time it happens. Like, they're cool looking trees, they look really nice, but man, are they annoying to chop down. Like, you get tons of wood, but the amount of difficulty that you gotta go through to make sure you get every single little oak log so you don't have annoying floating leaves is pretty ridiculous. And then also, you've probably played survival with that one friend who leaves those trees floating, and so they just look really ugly as well. Like, you just kind of chop down like a couple of the base and then they leave it. Why do they leave the tree like that? That's so annoying. I don't understand that. Just chop down the whole tree. If you're gonna chop down the tree, it bothers me. It's just floating there in the sky. It's just this bundle of leaves floating. Chop down the whole tree. Okay, maybe I got a little into that, but I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Of course, if you did, make sure you do leave a like on it. It does help out the channel a lot. Lets me know guys did appreciate it. Of course, these are rare. Maybe not all of them are rare, but things that happen in Minecraft or things that you can find in Minecraft that are just rare and you probably don't like them or forgot about them. And I think they're just all kind of ones that you can point out and be like, oh yeah, I remember that. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, guys, and peace out.